guys, welcome back. So today we're doing February favorites. I love doing these videos. They're just some of the funnest to film and watch. So everything that I've been really loving and just repeatedly using all month. And before we jump into the favorites, if you didn't catch my last video, which was a pregnancy vlog, I did dye my hair, or I had it colored, and I'm lighter. Just wanted to shout that out in case any of you guys were curious. And I do plan on going lighter even next time I go. I'm going back in like 6 weeks. So I think I will go lighter because my natural, not the extensions, but my natural color is like right here. And I would like to be just a little bit brighter blonde. If you guys are OG BBH fans or watchers, BeautyBuzzHub watchers from when I first started my YouTube channel, I was blonde, and I know a lot of you guys say that you like me better blonde, a lot of you guys say you like me better brunette, but whatever, I like to switch it up personally. So there's that. Oh, and I have been sick, so that's why there's been very few videos up on my channel. I've just had like the worst annoying cold. Like, I would much rather have a cold than have like the stomach flu or like nausea, so I'm not really complaining about it. I'm just letting you know that's why I sound a little nasally, and that's why I really haven't filmed a lot of videos last week, because it's hard to talk because I'm so congested. So anyway, let's move into the favorites. First up, I have a couple eyeshadow products to talk about. Now the first one is the new Makeup Geek palette, which is a collab with Manny MUA. And this palette is so beautiful. I know it recently launched, but because I'm an affiliate with Makeup Geek, they did send it out a little bit earlier, so I have been using it the last couple weeks. It's pretty much that, and these other eyeshadows that I have to show you are the only eyeshadows that I've been using. Oh my gosh, I just totally thought that I was not recording. That really scared me. Anyway, moving along. So yeah, I really love this palette, and I think it's out of stock currently, but just keep checking. I'll have it linked below, like I always have the products linked. Just keep checking and follow Makeup Geek on Instagram, so I'm sure she will do updates. But you get this really beautiful array of 9 eyeshadows, and I actually really love the packaging. I love the big mirror. It's just really nice because I like to kind of check like that way and then look in the mirror that I'm doing my makeup in to see, you know, if my eyeliner's even, if it looks good like from, you know, different angles than just like straight on, you know what I'm saying? But I just love these eyeshadows. Like I said, I've been wearing pretty much these shadows the last couple weeks since I got them, and you can do so many different looks, and that's why I love it. Have it on today. Now, I believe a few of these colors are permanent to the Makeup Geek eyeshadow line, so they're not like exclusive, or you can get them just singularly. You can get just a ton of combinations out of this palette, and I've been really loving it, so definitely something to check out if you can find it in stock. My next eyeshadow favorites are just a few select ones out of my Anastasia Beverly Hills single eyeshadow collection. I have a whole video on this. I'll link it below, so if you want to see all these swatched and like more of my thoughts on these products. But I have been using a couple of them all the time, and I think they're just colors that are just super staple. So if you haven't like gotten any Anastasia shadows and you maybe want to try them, because I really do like them. But this one is such a perfect crease color. It's Birkin, and it's almost like a rosy tan, and I'll show you guys in the close-up, but it's just so goes on really great in the crease. What am I trying to say? It's just such a perfect transition color on my fair skin. I think it will look great on a variety of skin tones. Probably not if you're super dark. If I'm doing more of a warm look and I just want a little bit more warmth in the crease, because that Birkin color is pretty neutrally, almost a little bit more cool. I wouldn't say it's warm at all, but I've been mixing the Birkin shade with orange soda, and I think this shade, I feel like this shade comes in a lot of her palettes, like her pre-made palettes, that are such a great deal because you get so many eyeshadows. But yeah, orange soda, I believe, is also a matte, and it's just kind of like a sherbet color, kind of an orangey sherbet. It's very very light and pale on the skin, so it just makes perfect transition colors. Like, you really can't mess it up. You know, I've talked about this before, but when you're fair and you go in with a transition color, if it's not the right tone or a light enough tone, it can look kind of black eye-esque, and just, it doesn't look right. It looks just crazy. If you know what I'm saying, if you have fair skin, it's kind of hard to find that perfect transition color, so I love those two. And then one more Anastasia eyeshadow that I think it's one of my favorite brow bone and inner corner highlights. It's in the color called Soft Gold, and it is a white yellow gold, so it's pretty frosty looking. It's pretty stark, but not stark. It's frosty and intense, but it's doable. It's very, very wearable, and it's just so buttery. I don't know the finish of this one. I want to say it's like a metallic maybe. I'm not quite sure because it doesn't say on there, and I ordered these so long ago I can't remember the finishes, but that is a great one. Probably wouldn't love it if you have more pink, reddish undertones, just because it just might not be the most flattering highlight shade for you, because it is kind of yellow, but just like right there under the brow and on the inner corner, it just really brightens and brings light, which is what you want in a highlight shade. So love that. So speaking of eyeshadows, I feel like it was a really great month of hardcore loving eyeshadows with my picks here that I just shared with you, but I'm going to talk about two eyeshadow brushes that are pretty awesome. Now, I was like thinking of how to describe these. Like, they're amazing. They're not like life-changing or makeup application changing, just because you can get similar brushes from different lines, but for the price, you certainly can't go wrong, because I think they're right. I think I paid like between $5 and $7 each. So these are both by Morphe, and I'm not a Morphe affiliate. I would like to be, but I think you have to have quite a few dollars in sales every month to be an affiliate. And of course, I just don't sell thousands and thousands of dollars of Morphe brushes every month. It'd be cool if I did, but I don't. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is Google like a coupon code. I know Jaclyn Hill has one, Kathleen Lights has one. I always just use one of those. But anyway, this is the Morphe M441 brush, and this one has been the perfect brush for laying down that first transition color in the crease. So the M441 kind of reminds me of a little bit of the MAC 224 blending brush or the Sigma E40 brush. I don't think it's like identical in shape. It's pretty close, and you get the same like application, like laying down of that crease color in the crease or transition color. And the other favorite is gonna be the M433, which this one reminds me more of the MAC 217 or the Sigma E25, which are both pretty popular. So this is more so a little bit better because it's pinched at the ferrule there, you can see, for laying down even deeper color, not as a transition color, but in the crease for a little bit definition, and actually like take it and stamp it on the outer corner of the eye, and then like bring a little bit in the crease. So for darker colors, for example, these two, like that bright red and that purple, I like mixing those together. You can totally tell because my brush is kind of stained. I need to get like that, what's it called? The switch, the makeup switch cleaner, where it just like switches out. You can just clean your brush real fast. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I can personally recommend these two brushes specifically. Now, some of the other Morphe brushes I've talked about before, some of them are amazing and some of them are misses. So definitely a lot of hits and misses, but these two are really, really great brushes. So next up, I have this brow product by L'Oreal. This is the Brow Stylist Definer. I have mine in the shade Brunette. Basically, it's very, very similar. I wouldn't say an actual hardcore dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but it's pretty darn close. And it just looks like that. You have the pencil on one side and the spoolie on the other side. Now, I actually am in the process of making a whole video dedicated to this, like a review, a demo, and everything. I filmed the demo part, but I need to film like the review part. And I love it. I think it's right around the $9 price point. And you just can't go wrong. It's cheaper than the NYX one, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which is very similar as well to the Anastasia one. but obviously much more cheaper. The only downside to this is I think they only have 3 shades available, so the shade range is kind of lacking, but the price, the performance, the product itself is amazing. It's actually the same amount of product as the Brow Wiz, so love that. Definitely check it out if you want a Brow Wiz product for less than half of the price of a Brow Wiz. Love that L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, good stuff. My next favorite is the Maybelline foundation. This is called the Super Stay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. I have mine in the shade 10 Porcelain, which is a pretty great match. I have such a hard time finding drugstore foundations that are fair enough and porcelain enough, but also pull that yellowy warm undertone, and this one is fantastic for that. This is very long wearing on its own, and it is about medium to full, very buildable coverage, and it feels light. I just love this stuff. I just really love it, but it technically, as a favorite, has a partner in crime because I've been mostly wearing it with the other product. I cannot find the other product. Sometimes when I film, I'm not gonna lie, if you film videos yourself, it is like a freaking disaster, like a tornado hit after you film. There's stuff everywhere, and I just can't find it right now. But it was a favorite. It's the It Cosmetics CC Cream, which was an actual favorite last month, but this month, technically, it's mixed in with this. And I actually just recently filmed and posted my current foundation routine for long wear full coverage foundation, and I use those two together. So if you want to see them in demo, I will link that new foundation routine below. And it's a great combination for all skin types, but it's great for dry skin, because dry skin in the winter time is so hard to find like a full coverage, because I feel like the more coverage you get, it looks cakey and it just looks built up. And so let's just say I feel very proud of myself for concocting the combination of these two together that provides that full coverage, very long wear, and it's not cakey at all. So anyway, those two together, the It Cosmetics CC Cream and this one, are amazing, and I recommend this on its own. I think you would like this even from dry skin to oily skin. With dry skin, I definitely recommend applying it with a damp sponge. But it's a great drugstore foundation, so love love this foundation. My next favorite is this Pixi. It's called the Glotion Day Dew Brightening Lotion. This is very, very, very similar to the MAC Strobe Lotion, which I think is discontinued. It's almost a hybrid of the MAC Strobe Lotion with the MAC Strobe Cream. They're the same thing, but the cream's a little bit thicker. So the consistency of this guy is just kind of a hybrid of both. It's not super liquidy, it's not super thick, and it gives you that really like iridescent. I have other swatches on my hand. It looks like I'm bruised, but just that's a swatch, trust me. But it gives you that like soft focus look, and it's moisturizing. It's not overly moisturizing for dry skin. And so I've actually been using this as part of my foundation routine, which I do use this product in that foundation routine that I was just talking about, just as a makeup prep, because with dry skin you just need all the moisture you can get. So I'll apply this as a base before my primer, and then go in with foundation, and it just helps everything glide on easier and better and more pretty, less cakey, less dry, cracked, crepiness shining through. I love it. The pump is great. It does have kind of a medicinal, like medicine-y type smell to it. That's the only thing I don't like, but it doesn't really linger on the face. So I want to say this is around 20 bucks, which is kind of expensive for like a drugstore product, because you can get it at Target, so technically it's a drugstore product. But let's see what it has in it. Natural Glow Creator Botanical Complex instantly moisturizes and boosts dull skin, lightweight, nourishing, protecting, and youth enhancing for all skin types. I have been using this every time I wear makeup, under my makeup, and I love it. So definitely check that out if you want to try the MAC Strobe Cream or the Strobe Lotion. It's the best of both worlds for a lot cheaper. Alright, so my last favorite is such an old standby staple, and it is by MAC. It's the Mineralized Skin Finish in the classic shade Soft and Gentle, which is this one, and it is kind of like a peachy champagne color. I don't know if you can see that. This you just can't go wrong with it. You just cannot go wrong with it. When I wear this, I get the most compliments on my skin. Not on my makeup, but on my skin. People want to know what my skincare routine is when I wear this. They want to know what foundation I'm wearing. And they don't really know that it's just this as a highlight that brings back that really like luminous, youthful, like lit from within glow. It's not super stark. It's very, it is kind of a banging highlight, but it's kind of more natural if you feel me on that one. So I just love it, and just the fact that I get so many skin compliments when I wear this, and people want to know what I'm wearing, like what my skin is, what my skincare routine is, when it's usually just this that does the trick. It's kind of like a little faker. So if you don't have it, you know, go try it on at a MAC counter or wherever you purchase MAC. It's definitely a forever favorite in my book. Alright guys, so those are my February favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, you guys know what to do. Please leave your favorites, what products you've been loving this past month down below. Let me know if you love any of the items that I shared with you today. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!